police station at Manchester Airport once again are under the spotlight following a recent video shared with Manchester Evening News, showing officers restraining a male on the 29th of December 2024. This comes just weeks after two men were charged with assault at the same airport, where a viral video circulated on social media showing the police officers appearing to stamp on one of the male's heads. At this time, no officers have been charged with any crime following an investigation, and the men involved in the incident are due to attend court in early 2025. As a member of the public, it's easy to see how this footage might paint the police officers in a certain light as being overzealous, overstepping their ability to use reasonable force, and their conduct may appear excessive for what is seemed to involve a male who was drunk and disorderly. The fact that he wasn't further arrested for resisting arrest might make it harder to justify the conduct of the officers as seen in the footage. However, as an ex-police officer who has been involved in such incidents where you can easily be rolling around on the ground and struggling with someone who does not want to come willingly, I can see the other side as to what is transpiring. As the public and as the media, we do not get the full picture. We do not know the full details of the incident which we see before the camera starts rolling. We do not know what the warning markers of the male in the video may have had. We don't know what happened before the camera started rolling. We don't know if there was intelligence that he may have had some kind of weapon on him, or if he may have conducted himself in some other way which would warrant such a high level of violence and force as shown in the video. In incidents like this, as we know with the Manchester Airport incident a few months ago where officers were assaulted, there is often more to the story than what is initially shown. As you remember, initially we saw what the police did, and then a leaked video of the CCTV footage which helped to fill the rest of what had happened later came to light. That said, from what I have seen of the footage, where officers are seen to be striking the male who is on the ground repeatedly in the stomach with handcuffs in their hands, further kicking him to the stomach, and another officer open palm striking the male to the face whilst trying to gain control of him, I appreciate that this can be an uncomfortable watch. It remains to be seen what the full details of the incident entail, and of course what Greater Manchester Police's Professional Standards Department has to say about the conduct of the officers seen in the footage. One may think that 3 officers versus 1 male is excessive, but then again, we do know that if the suspect was under the influence of any kind of substances, or if they may have had a weapon on them, this could help justify the level of force which is seen in the video. as we know from cases involving those suffering with such conditions such as acute behavioural disorder, individuals affected by this condition may require multiple officers to subdue them due to exasperated strength, heightened levels of violence and more. The officers likely know that they are being recorded, so my guess would be that there will be loud verbal commands that were made and were clear to the suspect. As for the strikes issued by the officers, they were likely intended to cause pain and discomfort, creating distractions to allow the officers to gain control over the suspect. It is also worth noting that the officers involved were firearms officers, and as such they must be acutely aware when engaging in close quarters and proximity with a member of the public that they are within reach of their firearms. This could help account for the quick escalation of violence and force used by officers in the video. Understandably, we would not want the suspect to take hold of an officer's firearm and use it on either party involved in this incident or potentially members of the wider public. And this fact may be used to further justify the actions of the officers in the video. Again, this is not me condoning the behaviour of the officers involved. There will be questions asked and officers must be held accountable for their actions. All I'm saying is that we must proceed with caution before casting our own judgment on what has occurred. We do not have the full information, we do not know the full story, and I do look forward to seeing the outcome once all the evidence has been reviewed. I'm able to provide commentary and content such as this only through the support of my audience. If you wish to support me further in creating content like this, please consider subscribing to my Patreon, where you will receive articles such as this in advance, along with extra content, behind the scenes insight and longer videos, plus much more. I will link the full MEN article in the description for your further reading, and let me know what you think about this incident in the comments. How to become a Patreon is linked in my bio. Thank you for watching.